Dubai. Welcome back to the Lovin Dubai show, where we go through the top trending stories ever across the country and maybe the world is talking about. Our top story for you today: Dubai is the world's cleanest city.
And Eve and Brent's cat baby announcement got a mixed reaction.
Yes, it did. We're not quite sure about this one. Also, we're super excited. Tiësto is coming back to Dubai to the Coca-Cola Arena this February.
Habtoor and versus Abbar. Are you with or against meetings?
Good talk topic there. And also, we're going to talk about the weather because it is mostly sunny today with temperatures between 13 and 26 degrees in Dubai. It's not steamy here, and it certainly was not steamy on the set of It Ends With Us. Blake Lively, Justin Baldoni are in a $400 million defamation lawsuit, and this scene is the scene people are questioning.
Oh my God! It Ends With Us. This movie was supposed to bring social awareness about abuse, and it literally. The outcome of this movie was completely the opposite of that.
It's so ironic.
So ironic. First of all, before all of the sexual harassment allegations came out and the defamation process, it was the press with the Blake Lively, like all the hate that Blake Lively endured. Remember?
Right.
A lot of people said that it was the same PR team that Justin, what was his last name? Justin
Baldoni.
Used was the same PR team that. Remind me, what was the Caribbean? What was his name?
Who?
The Pirates of the Caribbean actor.
Oh, Caribbean, Johnny Depp.
Johnny Depp. The same PR that Johnny Depp used.
Yeah, the New York Times came out and said it. Blake Lively said it, that like they paid a lot of money
for the PR
spin to take down Blake Lively.
Yeah, it was like a PR
Blake Lively's
move.
team is saying.
Yeah, it was a PR move to ruin her reputation, basically, and like dig up old interviews to make her look bad.
Right.
But at the same time, like, it worked.
It worked at the time. 4 months ago, we were like, "Who is this Blake? Like, what a shit! What's happened to the girl that we used to love?"
Oh my God, guilty. I did attack her a little bit. Like, I'm gonna be very honest. I'm like, what is this? Why is she attacking reporters?
Right.
Poor reporter.
It was so well done. It was so well spun.
Yeah.
And then
she came out and basically suing Justin.
Right. For sexual harassment on site, inappropriate scenes. There should have been a
intimacy coordinator,
yes.
basically. But they said that it was her, and that's what's confusing me. First of all, you're supposed to have an intimacy coordinator. It's not supposed to be the actor, first of all. And then Justin came out and said that no, she was the intimacy coordinator. So
what's so confusing and what I think will be difficult about this case is he's released this video to prove that one of the scenes she alleges was there was harassment. He released a behind the set video to show that there was none. And when you look at all the comments are like, oh, she's clearly in love with him. But I look at the scene and I see a woman who's uncomfortable.
Yeah. How many situations have you been put on where you had to just laugh it off because you were nervous? That's what we do, like all the time.
Yes.
It's so hard for you to speak up in the moment because you're either scared, you're either nervous, or you just don't know what to do.
Yes.
Or maybe you think, oh, I'm overreacting. No, like I'm being dramatic. That's what we always do as women. We just laugh it off.
And this is where those lines are so important, because if in that moment, if someone had said, Blake, are you comfortable right now? She's a strong woman. She probably would have said no. But looking at it, just because someone doesn't say something doesn't mean that it's okay.
Yeah.
And there's blurred lines in this BTS stuff. But I just, like, all of the comments are saying, oh, Blake's clearly in love. And I'm like, is that what you see? Is that really what you see? I don't see it.
Especially with her comments, because she's saying, oh, we're too close. Like, you can tell that she's feeling a little bit uncomfortable. It's like, oh, our noses. She looks really, really uncomfortable. And I looked through the defamation case, the sexual harassment case of the Blake Lively submitted. And apparently he got one of his friends, who was not an actor, to be part of one of the scenes that was too intimate.
There's so many question marks.
And his friend is obsessed with Blake Lively.
Really?
He likes her. He's the biggest fan. And that's why he got him on the set. So it makes you think.
That's a power play.
That's a power play. He's not an actor. He's obsessed with Blake Lively. You got him on set to act. It's just super weird.
There's just a lot of blurred lines, and this is going to be a blurred lines case. He said, she said. We hope that it plays out in a way that where the injustice was, the justice will be served.
Exactly, I agree.
Let's jump into our top story of the morning. This is a Dubai news show. We're going to bring it closer to home and talk to you about the big news that Dubai has just been announced as the cleanest city in the world. So our question to you, have you ever tried the clean socks test? Now might be the time to, because once again, for the 5th year in a row, Dubai has secured the top position globally for city cleanliness. And this is according to the latest Global Power City Index. It's a report issued by the Union Strategies for the Mori Memorial Foundation in Japan.
So Dubai outperformed more than 47 cities worldwide with 100% satisfaction rate in the metric measuring city cleanliness under the environment pillar. So who do we thank for all of this?
That is a good question because it's very clean, but who's actually making it happen? So there is a Dubai integrated waste management strategy, which will be fulfilled by 2041, which targets an 18% reduction in waste production, 100% diversion of waste from landfills by 2041.
And also the impeccable leadership and excellence, dedication and unwavering commitment to the highest standards. The Dubai municipality cleanliness teams consisting of more than 3,200 monitors, supervisors and engineers, whose dedication has upheld the city's impeccable standards for 5 consecutive years.
So true. It's just like a round-the-clock job. It's happening 365 days a year, 55 advanced vehicles, amazing, world-class equipment, and you just see it.
We see it when you drive late at night. You see a lot of people like in the street cleaning. By the way, like honestly. Kudos to all of them. Like, thank you so much for keeping the city safe. We have to safe and clean.
Safe and clean.
Yeah, so we have to thank them for all of this. But I've never felt uncomfortable to put my bag on a table. I've never felt uncomfortable to put any of my stuff on the floor or anything if I needed to grab something because the city is so clean.
Yes, I don't know if it's as clean as the sock test. But
I've seen this so many times.
Yeah, but I think it was Tiësto, the girl we had, the vlogger.
Yeah, she did it. Yeah.
I feel like she started it because one of her videos has millions and millions of views, and you either see people do the elevator test with the wipe on the elevator. I'm like, there's no way that that's as clean.
But it's so clean. You barely see dust anywhere.
Maybe there is massive operations to clean up, and that's one thing. But it's actually on the random days of the year. I remember I was driving into DIFC one morning. It was like 8 a.m. on a Saturday morning, and there was about 7 men sweeping and cleaning the floor.
Oh my God! God bless them. Really, they're doing us a favor. I swear. But I've seen this video so many times.
Well,
where they did the talk test.
I wonder if the roads are cleaner than.
No, the roads. Office. I think it's not.
Because it's clean, Millie. It's very clean, super clean. But is it as clean? I don't know. It's very clean.
The roads and streets are clean, but I feel like the roads might not be as clean as this video that's trying to show it because this is downtown. It has to be clean.
There's so many people.
But if she walks down on the road, of course it's gonna gather dust because they're cars here, obviously. But this is the walkway of downtown. A lot of people walk there. Can you imagine? It's bound to gather some dust, but they're cleaning it.
Interesting. But we can be reminded, just because there's an amazing round-the-clock Dubai municipality, it's an unbelievable operation making this happen, that we as people shouldn't use this as an opportunity to litter. You do sometimes see it in the desert, people leave their waste behind, and we need to remind ourselves more.
And that's why you get fined.
To clean. Do you get fined?
They
should do.
If you litter in the desert, you get a fine.
Do they? I go out sometimes and I see rubbish there.
Yeah, but you have to clean it up because if you were caught, you'll get a fine.
Leave it better than.
Yeah.
As
they should, honestly. You keep it because the desert is nature. It's part of nature. It's part of the beauty of this country. So don't litter. And it's so easy to clean up. Just get a big black bag and just throw it.
Throw it in your car.
Throw it in your car.
Throw it in the bin.
There are bins everywhere, literally on the streets.
You'll find them on your drive back into town.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
what's coming to Dubai? Tiësto.
I was like, what? You tell me. I was like, there's so much I can't keep up. Look at that. Look at that. This is Tiësto coming back
to Dubai.
Yes.
He's back to light up the Coca-Cola Arena this February. So Dubai, it's time to experience the magic of the Grammy-winning DJ and global music icon Tiësto as he takes over the Coca-Cola Arena on February 15th, 2025 for a one-night-only performance. Lovin Dubai is a proud media for this event. Known for his chart-topping anthems including The Business and Don't Be Shy, Tiësto promises a high-energy show featuring his biggest hits and fresh tracks from his latest album.
We are obsessed with his tunes. Coca-Cola Arena, Tiësto's coming, 11 billion streams worldwide, countless accolades. He is a true pioneer of electronic music, and tickets are starting at just $199 for the memories of your life. That's just giving them away. Premium seating, exclusive live lounge upgrades, and you can get those for the ultimate experience.
The concert is open to all ages, making it so visit thecocacolarena.com to secure your tickets now. So get them real quick. You know, those tickets, they run out so quickly.
They're not going to last.
They're not going to last.
If you're watching the show right now, go and get them. Like, don't... This is your shot. It's such a cool venue, and it's going to be lit.
So if you missed it the first time, this is your chance to get it.
This is your chance.
And
let's jump in to a little debate that has been dividing up our Instagram feeds. To meet or not to meet, that is the question the billionaires are putting to us.
Yes, the billionaires are having a heated debate. So the Habtoor and they're having debates about meetings. So Dubai top business leaders are speaking at the Dubai International Project. The founder of Abbar claimed the meetings are an inefficient and unproductive use of widespread discussion. As a result, Khalaf Al Habtoor, chairman of Al Habtoor Group, offered a different perspective, and he did this on his Twitter. He responded, "The problem isn't with the meeting themselves, but how they are conducted." So, taking a step further, Al Habtoor suggested that better managed meetings could have potentially helped Abbar in his businesses, though details about this loss are unclear. He's basically offering valid feedback on how better to conduct the meetings. Yes, so this exchange has drawn attention not just for the bold statement, but for the different leadership styles of two big leaders in the city. Big businessmen in the city. Are meetings a waste of time, or do they hold key ideas to basically avoid any missteps?
One comment: my bank account doesn't allow me to comment on these billionaire problems. They're actually, you know what? They're so interesting. They're not problems, but it's two unique perspectives from titans of the industry, and there's no wrong answer. So, like, we could sit here and tell you our thoughts, but both of them extremely successful in their own right. I would follow any of them in terms of business. Like, it doesn't matter that whatever they're doing works for them, and I think that's my stance on it as well. That, like, it totally depends on your industry, and it just depends on you as a person. Like, maybe a long strategic meeting every now and then works for you. Maybe a quick powwow. It really depends.
A quick catch-up. I think not long meetings are important. For example, meetings that last for 1 hour, I don't think they're very efficient, but I think catch-ups are important. You need to know because a company works with teamwork. So you have different teams in your field, okay, and you need to do daily catch-ups because you need to know what the other employee is doing, what your team partner is doing. So maybe someone has like a lot of workload on themselves that you need to get this load off of this person. So I think catch-ups are important to just be aware of what's happening.
Interesting, but that comes from our level.
Yeah.
And I totally agree with you. But then if you're the CEO, he could probably say, each team, send me a one-liner email.
Okay, this makes sense, yeah. And if you're CEO, but if
because maybe he doesn't want to take the load off someone else. you manage that. I'll manage my CEO business.
But I feel like a lot of meetings with specific clients, they go on and on and on and on, talking about the same thing and repeating the same point and going through the same point again and giving. And people sometimes they just want to go against you for the sake of just debating.
And the people who just want their voice heard.
Or just people that want, or they have to have the last word in the meeting, you know.
Or they pop in and say something that's already been said.
Yes, they just have to repeat it, or just they felt like they didn't say anything throughout the meeting, so they have to say something.
There's those types. Le La Liga Academy Dubai has commented, we've got parents who take meetings on the sidelines of the pitch sometimes.
Oh my God.
What do you mean by that? There's meetings,
Football meetings and stuff like that.
football meetings, parents discussing the play of the kids, could you imagine? But there's meetings come in so many forms, and I wonder if teachers watching this today, if they value meetings with the parents, because that comes around every quarter. You have to do a big night in. It's a lot of preparation for the parents.
Parents meeting night.
Yeah.
A lot of teachers, I remember when we used to go there, a lot of teachers would tell us, just don't come, it's not necessary. Just don't come, don't do it. Yeah.
But they still have to do the prep work.
But they have to do their prep
But
work.
it's a night in, so but I wonder if that actually adds value.
I feel like it really depends on the field that you're in. I think the fields that are important to have meetings for: consultancy, sales, other fields that are not necessary to have meetings for: medicine, dentistry.
Right.
Okay.
True.
Real estate, I think.
Well,
because every real estate agent has to fend for their own
but they have to meet,
competition.
But they have to meet the people to get.
Yeah, they have to meet the people, but I mean like with the team, with your team.
A powwow. Look, I think they're important, but as long as they are efficient.
Yeah. And not too long. I think
And not too long.
10 minutes, 15 minutes is enough.
There you go. We have spoken. If you don't want meetings, but you do want. So if you don't want to meet us every morning, how dare you? But you do still want the Lovin Dubai newsletter. Direct to your inbox. It's just had a major refresh. You can get it daily into your inbox. You can subscribe now to the Lovin Dubai newsletter.
You'll find the sign up link at our link in bio on Instagram.
Jumping in to our final story of the day. Thank you everyone who's watching. If you have comments, we love to read them before, during and after the show. So even Brent's cat baby announcement got a mixed reaction. If you've lived in Dubai for more than a day, you'll know all about radio presenter Eve of Channel 4 and her hubby Brent Black from Virgin Radio. They were on the back end of some attention this week. So here's what happened. They posted a photo of what looks like a pregnancy announcement. However, if you're just scrolling down, you might think, oh, cute little pregnancy announcement. You can see it there behind Massa. There. Looks like, but Massa's covering the key. There is a photo that in the ultrasound photo, it's actually a cat. It's not a baby. So they're having a cat baby. And people, I'm going to start this immediately on my opinion because I don't even want to allow for it that I didn't see all the negative reactions, but Eve basically posted 2 photos with a statement being like, this is us, this is what we do, we post funny moments. But people were triggered.
I think people are being sensitive over this. I think it's because it's very common for people to say, oh, my cat is my baby, my dog is my baby. It's very common for people to say that. By the way, my friend did the same thing 2 years ago. She did an ultrasound for her dog and then she gave birth to her dog. Oh. But she didn't post it online. She just did it for us. But it's very common. It's not something, I feel like people, we were talking about this yesterday. I think people just want to hate because they're just on their phones behind the screen hiding and they just want, I don't like this, I'm triggered, I can't pregnant, this is really triggering me, this is so sensitive.
But what does that have to do with Eva Brent? So one of the comments I actually didn't see by the time I got there. I think it was after Eve had posted her statement and then all the positive comments came in, basically understanding that they were upset by the negative comments, I guess. But one comment was like, I know someone who's struggling to have kids, which is obviously a very real thing. And then therefore this could trigger them. But I'm just thinking, if you know even Brent, they show their lives on social media. They have done pranks before, by the way. I think I remember once they were in Vegas, we thought they were married, and then it turned out they weren't. This is what they do, and this is what we spoke about with Ragda yesterday.
Yeah, that's their content. That's why the followers follow them, because of their pranks.
And they're
funny.
They're quirky. They're unique to themselves.
They're cute.
And also they're adopting a little cat. And let's give some let's highlight that. Is that like Adopt Don't Shop? What they're doing is an amazing thing. And who cares if they put it in an ultrasound photo?
It's not. It's
Who
so
cares?
common. I've seen it all over TikTok. I think people just want to hate for the sake of hating because I've seen this so many times. It's not new. Really, it's not new. And she's not posing while stabbing her belly, and I don't get it.
Oh. Okay, graphic.
But I mean, if people are saying this is sensitive, like I know a friend that can't get pregnant. It's not even you, it's your friend. I know someone that can't get pregnant.
But even and then I heard someone speak to Brent on the radio and they said, you know, this might have been okay if it was an April Fool's Day prank. But like, sure, not being able to have kids is a real thing, but we don't know their situation, and it shouldn't matter. And I really don't understand why people feel the right to negatively react to something that's
like
just cute. Like, this has got absolutely nothing to being able to have children and not being able to have kids. And I just like, people should really, really take a step back before they hop on a bandwagon of negative commenting.
They just want to do it. Like, I don't know why it brings them so much peace to just hate on people. If you want to be like that, if you want to get offended over this, then saying I have a food belly should be offensive also. What is it? Oh, sorry, I can't get pregnant. Why are you saying I have a food belly? Like, what is
Yeah, so true.
No, I think people are just overdoing it. Like, on social media, one day you'd love this person, you shower them with compliments. I love you and I love this couple, and then the second day they just completely switch up against them, and they start hating on them for no reason. The media as well is a scary place. You have to have thick skin. You have to have thick skin to be in media, because one day they're with you and one day they're against you.
But not up in here. We're here for the positive stories always. We love this community, and we always thank you for sending in your stories as well. That brings us to the end of the show today.
Yes.
Thank you everyone for joining us. Thank you, Massa.
Thank you.
And we'll be back here tomorrow morning, same time, same place. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.